Days like yesterday really suck, but we keep pushing on and we look for winners on this Wednesday. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Jason Mattis, of course, with Winning Bets, giving you guys free sports picks every single day. And I appreciate you kicking off your morning with me here as we talk some sports and get in some bets on today's action. Before we do that, of course, let's always make sure we recap the previous day. It was ugly. It was certainly ugly, but let's go ahead and go through the recap. Let's kind of talk about it, get some of that frustration out, and then let's lock and load on today's action. Yesterday, we had one soccer bet. It was that Liverpool team total over 2.5 goals. If you follow me on Twitter, once the lineups came out, I tried to cash out, or at least contemplated it, but at the end, I didn't think that was fair, because maybe everybody else doesn't have the same option that I do to go ahead and cash out at the same full unit price. So I didn't cash out, and I wrote it. Why was I considering cashing out? Well, there was no Mane and no Diaz. We knew we weren't getting Salah. He was injured in the FA Cup over this past weekend, but no Mane, no Diaz. That's what put me off that bet. That being said, watch that entire game. Southampton didn't do anything. It was predominantly all a Liverpool game. They were certainly creating enough chances. There were missed opportunities in the second half. You had a goal disallowed in the first half due to an offsides. So, we missed it on the hook, and Liverpool had opportunities. So while I tried to cash out, or thought about cashing out, I should say, in the end, I obviously rode with you guys. I'm not going to leave you guys hanging. We were right there. We were right there. So just unfortunate, Jurgen Klopp decided to make a lot of changes. But now that being said, yeah, we were still right there, but being right there doesn't count. And we take an L. So we did get a win, though, in the afternoon. That White Sox game one, we took the run line there with Dylan Cease on the mound. That was an easy 3-0 win there for the White Sox. Never a couple of spots there for the Royals. Of course, they had men on bases. I think they had the bases loaded in the fifth inning, but Cease came through, shut it down. Then the bullpen did what they did, and they got the win there. So that was nice. After that, it was all brutal. It was absolutely brutal. Angels money line for the second straight night. They were unable to keep a lead that they had against the Rangers in the bullpen. And, the offense kind of let down there, and the Rangers came back and won the game, so upsetting right there. Mariners, Blue Jays, over 8 runs. Didn't happen. There was only a 3-0 game. The Mariners did absolutely nothing off Barrios, so unfortunate. Astros, Red Sox, under 9. The Astros put up a 9 spot in the second inning and hit 5 home runs off Eovaldi. Can't predict that crap. That's just stuff that happens outside of your control, and I don't think anybody goes ahead and predicts anything like that. So big unfortunate right there. Braves, Brewers over 8, nowhere near going over 8 runs. Nats, Marlins, F5 over 4.5 runs, nowhere near that. And then Reds, F5 team total over 1.5, missed it. What happens every time we miss an F5? It always cashes in the 6th inning. It's really quite funny how much, those cash in the 6th inning. If you're ever watching a game and we miss an F5 team total, I would live bet whatever they're offering in the 6th inning in terms of runs. I know DraftKings always does will this inning have any runs? I would live bet that every time we miss an F5 team total. It is just staggering how much those cash in the very next inning. So ugly day, absolutely brutal right there. Let's turn the page. Let's get locked and loaded on this Wednesday and find you guys some winners. In soccer, there's the Europa League final. Big game there going on between Frankfurt and Rangers. I did not get in a bet for that game. I really, to be honest, never really looked up odds. It was not something I'm fully, comfortable with in betting. But that being said, I would expect the Rangers to more than likely probably be favorite, I would assume. They went through Dortmund. They went through Leipzig. Both of those teams finished ahead of Frankfurt in the domestic table there in the Bundesliga. So, Frankfurt's not as good as those teams, and Rangers got past both of them. So I'm assuming Rangers will eventually lift the trophy. Does it happen in regulation? Does it need extra time? Does it need penalty shootout? Unsure about that. What I would bet, though, if I was betting this, I would probably do under 2.5. There's so many times in a final, I've been watching soccer for decades, where you think you're going to get this cracker of a game, this nice 2-1 finish, or 3-1, or 3-2, or just a good game. And how many times you just get a boring stinker? Just an absolute humdinger, whether it's like a 0-0, 1-0, or 1-1 that goes in extra time. It seems like that happens more times than not. So I would bet under 2.5 if I'm just looking for some afternoon action, but that would be a blind bet for me. There's no analysis behind that. That's just kind of how finals go. They seem to stay under 2.5 goals, but no bet for me on this Europa League. All my my action today is going to be in baseball. With that being said, let me go ahead and give you guys a couple baseball bets. Let's go ahead and kick it off with a Nerfy. I'm going to go ahead and do this one over at FanDuel. FanDuel has the Rays and Tigers Nerfy, no run the first inning, priced at -140 over at FanDuel. Just to kind of let you guys know, DraftKings has -170. I saw BetMGM has -155. I saw Caesars has -190. So to get this at -140 over FanDuel seems like exceptional value, but I'm not betting really on the value. I'm betting on the stats and the information. Eduardo Rodriguez here for the Tigers. 7 starts, 2 runs, 6 hits, 9 Ks. So we absolutely love that. The 2 runs came versus the White Sox in the season opener. Okay, maybe he came out rough in his first start, obviously, and then came against the Dodgers. Well, the Rays aren't the Dodgers, or at least currently right now, and generally speaking, not the Dodgers. Then you got Drew Rasmussen on the mound there for the Rays. We've backed him in several starts so far this season, gotten cash in every single one of his. 7 starts, 0 runs, 4 hits, 3 Ks. That's the only thing he doesn't do is strike out a lot of batters. But, he's been perfect. He's 7 for 7 on the Nerf this season. We've backed him a few times. We'll gladly back him again today. The Tigers offense only averages 0.17 runs in the first inning. The Rays coming at 0.53 runs in the first inning. So I like Tigers and Rays Nerfy. No run in the first inning at -140 over a FanDuel. Let me give you guys one more bet, and then I'll save the rest there for the payoff pitch. I'm going to do Pablo Lopez there of the Miami Marlins over 4.5 Ks at -138 over FanDuel. Other books have him at 5.5, so I would jump on this one quick over at FanDuel. I don't think 4.5 will be around much longer. They'll probably match those other sports books at 5.5. It's cashed in 6 of his 7 starts. In 6 of his 7 starts, he's gotten at least 5 Ks, including against these Nationals on April 27th with 6 Ks. I really like Lopez, and you guys know that. Remember, we cashed his last start over his K total against the Brewers where he got 11. Just absolutely cruised through that lineup. So love that right there. I actually laddered that, texted my buddy that was a good ladder opportunity, and I laddered it against there. I don't know if it's quite that good because the Nationals have already seen him once this season, but I expect him to get 5 Ks and a nice dominant outing. So I'll go ahead and bet it accordingly at over 4.5 Ks at -138 over FanDuel. All right, so those will be the 2 bets here. I'll give out my other couple bets there on the payoff pitch at 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. Let's see if we can't turn a Wednesday into a profitable Wednesday. All right, guys, go enjoy your Wednesday. We'll see you a little bit later on. Have a good one. Thanks for watching till the end. I'm Jason Mattis. Any love you can show by giving me a like, a subscription, or a comment, or even just share this video is very much appreciated. And don't forget to turn on your notifications to increase your chances of locking in the same odds as I talked about today. And check out my other great videos in these corners.